Hi guys, I'm Ali with ISH24, and today I'm joined by Larry, and he's kind of going to go through some of the basics when it comes to respiration and how that relates to SCBAs and cylinder use in rescue and fire operations.
Thank you, Ali. Yeah, today we'll talk about the physiology of respiration and a bit of the anatomy that drives the respiration. First off, do you know how big the average human lungs are when they're totally full?
Probably bigger than my own. No, I
Yeah, it could be approximately 5 litres in the average, or 6 litres I should say, in the average human adult. And that 6 litres is broken up into a number of components. The first component is total lung capacity. That's when we take the biggest breath we possibly can, is total lung capacity. And then if we breathe out everything we possibly can, that is our tidal flow. That's the maximum amount that we can go between full and empty. And when we breathe out, we've still got some air in our lungs.
Okay.
Any idea how much that might be?
A liter or so?
1 litre. Spot on, Ali.
There you go, hey?
Going to school.
Oh, then.
So that 1 litre never goes unless you're a freehold diver and dive down deeper than 130 feet or 40 metres. Your lungs will always have that 1 litre in them. If you free dive holding your breath down deeper than that 5 atmospheres, then that residual volume will get smaller. We're not likely to do that.
Okay. Yep.
The amount of air that comes and goes, the tidal volume of 5 litres, that's the maximum we can have, is very rarely used.
Okay.
We very rarely, in 1% of our life maybe, take the deepest breath we can and breathe out to the maximum extent. So as we're standing here, how much do you think we're breathing in and out? Our maximum capability is 5 litres?
Yep. Probably 3, 2?
Yeah, less than that.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Probably half a litre.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So half to 1, but generally not much.
Yeah.
And how many breaths do you think we take a minute?
About 12 to 20 breaths a minute.
That's pretty good. 12 breaths a minute, 1 every 5 seconds would be about right. So as we sit here, we're taking 6 breaths or 12 breaths a minute, 1 every 5 seconds, half a litre of breath.
Okay.
So in actual fact, we've got a tidal volume, the minute volume of a half a litre times 12 is 6 litres per minute.
Yep.
Not much. It's not much at all. And we've got so much residual volume or capacity.
Yep.
If we then say, if I was to say to you, go and put that breathing apparatus on, we got a fire to attend, your breathing would get a little bit deeper and a little bit faster, and you haven't gone over to the breathing apparatus yet. When you pick up the breathing apparatus and put it on, there'll be a little bit more. There'll be 1 litre of breath per breath, and maybe 15 breaths a minute, 18.
Yep.
And then you get started on the breathing apparatus, because of the anxiety of the job, and it's not natural to be breathing through breathing apparatus. Our breathing now is probably trebled to quadruple to what it was when we was relaxed.
Okay.
And then we say, now open that hatch, get in there, find those dead people in the heat and smoke, and your breathing really extends. Now, Australian standards says we consume we assume the consumption of air through a breathing apparatus during use to be 40 litres per minute.
Yep.
That's reasonable probably for somebody not exerting themselves, going into a dangerous environment and being stressed.
Okay. Yep.
So generally fire brigades do more than that. They will make the assumption of 60 litres plus.
Okay.
Some brigades are 60, some are 70, some as high as 100 litres per minute.
Yeah.
And if you're dragging somebody out of a fire and your life and their life is at risk, that's a realistic assumption. So consumption of air varies. Now the air's got to come through the breathing system of the apparatus. I can remember when I started breathing through a demand valve 58 years ago, that I think the manufacturers then understood that they needed to get air from somewhere to us as individuals as best they could. There was no thought about, if I go really quick, that I needed that air. And so it was that there was a tendency for the air to be delivered slower.
Okay. Yep.
Had to suck the air rather than have it come.
Okay.
It was pre-positive pressure.
Yep.
And so, and a lot of people don't understand positive pressure, but we'll go through that a bit later. The air delivery was probably 150 to 200 litres per minute.
Okay. Yep.
And then standards globally and here in Australia in the late 1980s started to look at how much air does a person really need when they're taking one breath. If a person goes from nothing to full breath as fast as they can, how much speed does that need to go through the pressure, out of the cylinder, through the pressure reducer, through the hose, demand valve, mask, and into the user? Any idea how fast that should come? How many litres per minute?
How many liters per minute? 7 to 8?
300.
300. Oh,
And
a
the
little
reason
off.
that it is a lot,
Yeah.
and it is a lot for a reason.
Okay.
It's a lot because I can take 5 litres in one breath, and if I can do that in 1 second, it's 60 seconds in a minute.
Okay.
60 seconds times 5 litres, 5 60s is 300. So the air's got to be able to get out of that cylinder, through the system and up to me at a rate of 300 litres per minute.
Okay.
And all our breathing apparatus do that.
Okay.
So that's important factors that people should understand, that the consumption of their air is probably higher than what the Australian standards dictate at 40 litres per minute. We believe it should be at a minimum 60, and we support that for the calculation of endurance of breathing apparatus. And the delivery is at minimum of 300 litres per minute. And there's another factor there. If we have a breathing apparatus with a capacity to carry 2 demand valves, which most do, then the delivery must be at 450 litres per minute capability
To
through
support
the
both
system,
then.
to support both users at once.
Yep.
The prospect of both users wanting 300 litres per minute is probably very, very limited, probably 0, because one will be rescuing another.
Yep.
And neither of them would be using 300 litres per minute at any one stage generally. Okay, now that's looking at the physiology of respiration. If you need any further information about respiratory protection, breathing apparatus, or safety factors, please give us a call.
Anytime. I stole it from you.